Spoiler alert, if you haven't seen Twilight Breaking Dawn Part 2 yet, turn off the video, go see it, then come back. Because we're going to be revealing a lot. Kind of like the part when... Hi, this is Talking Reels. I'm Kyle, and this is Danielle.
Hi.
So Danielle, it's now Thanksgiving weekend, a few weeks after the Twilight premiere. As our resident Twilight fan, or fanatic, how was the movie?
Words cannot explain. No, it was really, really good. The best one out of all the books and all the movies. The way they did it, everything came together perfectly, and I couldn't have asked for a better ending, even though I didn't want an ending.
So, are you sad that it's over now, kind of like how a lot of us were when the last Harry Potter film ended?
Well, I'm a Harry Potter fan too, but not as crazy as some other ones, so I can't really speak for them, like, if it was as bad, but...
Represent Harry Potter.
Okay.
I'm more on that side of the fence.
No, so I was really, really sad. I bawled like a baby like, throughout the movie, and then on my way home, I just ugly crying the whole time. Just, no, don't let it be over. And, yeah, sadly it is, but... They did good. They did good. I can't complain about it, really.
Were there a lot of screaming fans at the premiere?
Yes, the movie theater. Actually, I went to the 10 o'clock premiere, so I didn't go to the midnight. But it was sold out. Everyone was going crazy throughout the entire movie, especially at the end. And of course, when Jacob took his shirt off, that's like the first big scream for Jacob. And then when Edward came out, there's always screaming for Edward. And I don't think anyone screamed for Bella, but.
Now, I will say this to our viewers. I have not seen Twilight because I was too busy watching Wreck-It Ralph for the 4th time.
Boo. Well, I love Wreck-It Ralph, but he hasn't seen any Twilight movies.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sure I'm going to be getting a lot of flack from that in the comments, but...
Yes, bug him about it. He needs to get on it.
Oh my. Were there anyone in costume or anything like that?
Okay, I dressed up. Personally, but it's really, really hard to dress up for these movies. I mean, you can get the contacts, you can dress really nice.
And of course, it's not like Harry Potter or Star Wars.
Yeah,
you can put a robe on. Or...
You can't run around with a broom, or you can't, you can't do things like that with Twilight because it's very straightforward. I know people bought contacts and wore the contacts. I know a couple of my friends did that as well. For me, I just wore a nice outfit. I wore my Rosalie necklace here. And I glittered myself up like I was sparkling in the sun. It was pretty awesome. And it was funny because people were lining up and I was just spraying them with my sparkles.
Spraying them with your sparkles.
Yeah, because they wanted to sparkle.
That should be a bumper sticker.
But yeah, a lot of people dressed up pretty nicely and they wore the contacts and the sparkles and stuff. So yeah, it was actually a really good time. But no one went crazy, which, I don't know how you can go crazy. Maybe dress up like one of these guys. Volturi, but...
I could dress up as him.
Yeah, you could pull that arrow off, yeah.
And what did you think of Mackenzie Foy's performance as Renesmee?
Oh, she did so good. I was so proud of her. She's just a cute little thing. And at first with the CGI baby and stuff, when they were holding it, you could kind of tell it was fake. You didn't see it, so you can't relate.
Yeah, but...
But the CGI baby, you could kind of tell it was fake, but it looked so real at the same time. It was actually really creepy. And I know the cast did, interviews saying it was creepy, holding this thing with no face. Yeah. I don't know how they did that and pulled it off so well, but...
They might have been holding something with a green screen wrapped around it or something like that.
Well, yeah, actually, I remember an interview saying that they had, the baby and then they had the blank face there.
Oh, okay.
And it was just kind of and someone would, hold up the robot arm and, touch their face. So...
Creepy.
It was, they pulled that off really well, though. So she was CGI until she, was 8. So kind of towards the end of the movie, before the fight, she was CGI, but she did good when she was real. She did really good. She didn't say a lot. She didn't have a lot of lines, but that's because she communicates a different way with her hand. She touches someone's cheek and then they just see.
Oh, of course.
Yes.
She's okay. I have heard about that. I'm not completely in the dark.
No, I think he is.
So what?
Yeah.
I know it's past this point. This was I don't know, the first book, first movie, somewhere in there. What team are you?
Oh, this isn't past the first book. Everyone still argues about
it.
I
don't know.
Everyone still argues about it, but I kind of have a weird look on it. So, Team Edward, I am, obviously, because I believe in soulmates and stuff like that. And just, they were together from the very first book. So, it kind of just makes sense that I would be Team Edward.
Is he not in the first book?
No, he is, but... oh, you mean Jacob?
Yeah.
No, he's in the first book. It's just not... He doesn't play a major part in it. He plays a major part in the second book and movie. But, you know, it was Bella and Edward first. You know, I couldn't get that out of my head. It was always Bella and Edward for me. But in real life, I'm Team Taylor because he's just rare. He's pretty good looking.
Is it sad that I've seen more of Vampire Sucks than I have of Twilight?
Very sad. And you know what? I didn't even like that parody. You know, I saw it. I'm a Twilight fan, but I was like, hey, this might be kind of funny. And it was not funny to me. There was like some parts. Like, did you see the part where the werewolves were dancing or whatever?
I missed that part. I only saw like little bits and pieces of it, but I've seen more than that than I have with Twilight.
That part was pretty funny, but I just did not like Vampire Sucks at all. And that may be because vampires don't really suck. They're really awesome. Just saying.
I mean, no, I'm gonna get a lot of hate mail.
Yeah, don't say it.
I was just gonna say,
don't say it.
Well, represent Dracula. Yeah.
Actually, there's Vlad and Stefan in the movie.
Oh, so does in this universe of Twilight, does Dracula exist?
Yes and no. Vlad.
Right, Vlad the Impaler.
Yeah, they're actually Vlad and Stefan. They're in the movie, and they talk a little. They come to fight the war with the Volturi. They want to kick some booty, but it never happens, obviously. But they come and they're actually telling a story around the campfire about how open they were when they were older and how open they were, and they let people know what they were. They were open with it. They didn't hide any secrets.
Okay.
And the Volturi got pissed off because humans aren't supposed to know about vampires, so Volturi burned all their castles down. So then they went back in hiding. But technically, I think that's where she was leading to as far as like a Dracula goes. That's why there are so many stories like
Have
that,
a little tie-in with it.
Yeah, just a little bit, yeah.
So there is some talk that there's going to be like a spin-off TV series that follows Jacob and Renesmee. Mm-hmm. It's like, what do you think? Is that a good idea? Or the fact that it's not really written by Stephanie Myers, it might be completely different?
Okay, so I've had a lot of people come up to me and talk like, hey, I heard there was a TV series that they're talking about, and, you know, I've heard it a couple of times now, and I don't know how I feel about it. I feel like it'd have to be the right station or the right channel, and it'd have to have excellent producers and screenwriters and stuff like that. And she has talked about writing another book.
Has she?
Yeah, she has talked about it a couple times. She says she doesn't know. I remember after the fourth one came out, she said, oh, no, I'm not going to write another one. Now she's kind of going back and saying, maybe, you know, who knows.
Yeah, you should never say never.
Yeah, never say never. I'm hoping she writes another one, but at the same time, I don't want it to be just because she wants something to fill the space or the time. I want it to be something that she has wanted to write about. And like
she's not trying to get a paycheck out of it.
Exactly. I don't want it to be like, oh, Twilight's over, so I have to continue this because I'm running low on money or something. Right. I don't want it to be like that. I want it to be something that she wants to write about. So, fingers crossed. I hope it happens that way, but we'll see. The last one only just came out like a week ago?
Right.
A week ago. So, we'll see what the future holds.
So, I heard that there was a humongous twist in this movie that wasn't actually a part of the books.
I literally had like 5 mini heart attacks during that movie. I mean, and I think the theater did too. I think everyone around me did too. But I'm not going to say like I'm the biggest Twilight fan, because in no way am I a huge, like a bigger fan than everybody else. Because I've seen pictures of people with stuff everywhere. But I know.
Like completely covered
yeah,
with
their room completely covered and stuff like that. And this is the most I got, is like a banner. But the whole theater was going crazy, and I feel like I was going more crazy than everyone else, but I'm pretty sure the person next to me thought that too. I'm like pulling on my hair and screaming, and I'm like happy, and then I'm sad, and then I'm angry, and then I want to like transport myself in there and kick some ass, you know. But the twist was really, really cool. I like how they did it. I told you a little bit about it, so spoiler alert for anyone who hasn't seen the movie.
We'll also put a spoiler alert at the beginning, so...
Yeah, because if you haven't seen the movie, you're going to be totally confused, and it's going to ruin it for you. So, the fight takes place, but not really takes place. It was in Alice's vision, and she was showing Ara what would happen. When Carlisle died, yeah, that was a big deal. Like, I panicked, because, like, you just saw him, like, holding his head, and you're like... What? This isn't supposed to happen. And all I kept thinking was, I watched an interview with Kristen Stewart, and I remember her saying, you guys are going to love this movie, you guys are going to love the twist and everything. And I'm like, how is anyone going to love this? People are dying left and right. You had Carlisle, then you had Jasper, then you had Seth, which was so sad because he was a little dog. He was his wolf form, and so he was whimpering like a little dog. And it was so sad. And then Leia saved Esme, and then she ended up dying, and then she's like while she's going down the hole. And I'm just like, this is horrible. But, however, I really did like seeing the Volturi die. That was cool. Because Jane, this Beezy over here, she is so mean, and everyone hates her since the second movie. Everyone just hates her because she's awful. And when she died, it was really cool because she actually was the one to cause Seth's death. And Sam Uli actually got to kill her, which was awesome.
So it was like a big fake out. You think it's happening when it's actually...
Yes, I mean, and it sucks because you kind of wanted it to be true in a way because you wanted the Volturi to be gone, especially when they burnt Aro. Yeah.
So it's kind of like they added a cinematic end to the story when in the book it wasn't that, humongous. It was a soft ending.
Which is why I was freaking out when I saw the trailers because I'm like, there's this fight and it never really takes place in the book. There's only threatening of a fight and there's only like the tense feeling like, oh my gosh, there's going to be a fight, and then it never really happens.
Never happens.
Yeah, so this was like a huge, and I should have known from the beginning that it was Alice's vision. I should have known, but like when you're in the heat of the moment, you're like, oh my gosh.
You just take their word for it.
Yeah, but it was really, really good. I mean, I was so happy after that movie. Like, ear to ear grin.
Go back and see it many more times.
Probably, yeah. I've already seen it 3 times, which isn't a lot, but considering my schedule, I fit it in there. And I'm probably going to see it like 7 more times before...
7.
7.
See, my record for seeing one movie in the theater is 4.
Wreck-It Ralph.
It actually is Wreck-It Ralph. I love it.
You said that at the beginning of the movie because you were like, at the beginning of the interview. 4 times, yeah. But Wreck-It Ralph is good, but Twilight's better. Sorry.
Okay, so thank you very much, Danielle.
You're welcome.
And you highly recommend this movie, the best of the best Twilight?
Yeah, even for people that aren't Twilight fans, even watching the end scene, you're like, whoa, there's so much action. I didn't even think I was watching a Twilight movie when the action was going on. Really, really good. I would recommend anyone see it.
All right.
Even guys.
Even guys.
Come on.
Yes.
Come on.
I hear it. I've actually heard that guys actually like it.
I've met a couple of them. Not a lot, but a couple guys are fans, which is cool. So, might as well go check it out.
All right. Well, thank you for joining us, and stay tuned to the YouTube channel for more movie updates. Bye.
Bye.